3 mistakes that WWE must avoid with Jade Cargill. I'm going to tell you each and every one of them, why they're so important, and the results if they don't follow these things, if they don't avoid these 3 things. Because if you haven't noticed by now, WWE, they have something very, very interesting in Jade Cargill. They also have something very big in Jade Cargill. Do you know why? Well, it's because Jade Cargill is like no one else on the WWE roster. She is a different type of person. And more importantly, she's a different type of female. Female wrestling, women's wrestling is taking off, y'all. It's either time to jump on the bandwagon or jump off. Because Jade Cargill is leading the force. Now, I understand that there was a lot of people, they were a little concerned about Jade Cargill when she made the jump from AEW to WWE. Well, I am here to tell you that if you haven't noticed, WWE, they're doing just fine with Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill is already a bigger star than she ever was in AEW, and that's not a knock on AEW or Tony Khan. They did a very, very good job at setting the foundation in which Triple H and the rest of the WWE crew has built up, right? Her pairing with Bianca Belair as women's tag team champions, them doing all the promotional material around Jade when she first signed with the company, the way that they introduced her, making sure that they were protecting her, everything like that. So, with that out of the way, are y'all ready to get into the top 3 list? I know I am. So, at number 3, it's being pinned when she and Bianca Belair drop the women's tag team championships. I know. It seems simple, but it can be overlooked. Look, what Jade and Bianca have been able to do, you take 2 big names, you put them together as a tag team, and it's a rarity that they not only gel, but they come across as people that seemingly belong together as a tag team, right? Like, I always thought it was weird when you would have just 2 guys or 2 girls just grouped together. Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch. I always thought that was a weird tag team. I didn't get that. A good example of it making it work, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan. Edge, Randy Orton. Triple H, Shawn Michaels. I always thought Shawn Michaels, John Cena was a weird combo. Little things like that, it makes the difference. And so eventually when Jade and Bianca drop the women's tag team titles, well, we're going to have Bianca eat the pinfall because Jade Cargill, her losses need to matter. And going into a feud like this, which I'm about to get to in a minute, is very, very pivotal of how we're setting it up. And having Bianca Belair take the pinfall or the submission, however the match finish turns out to be, it needs to be Bianca taking the loss. Now, this leads us to number 2. Jade Cargill needs to be the babyface in a feud with Bianca Belair. We have never seen a Bianca Belair as a heel. I don't know how well she will be perceived as a heel. The reason that she has gotten to the point where she is in her career, in addition to the hard work, the athleticism, and the booking, is because she is naturally a lovable babyface. It is no different from every single time WWE would try to force-feed us a Charlotte Flair babyface run. We never bought into it. It was never as successful as when she is being a heel. She's a natural heel. Y'all go with what you're good at. Fall into it. If you're a better heel, be a heel. If you're a better face, you go with a face. And Bianca Belair is a better babyface. Now, we've seen Jade Cargill be pretty good as a babyface, but we've seen her be a better heel. And that was in AEW. Now, put the master's minds behind WWE and Paul Triple H Levesque and put Jade Cargill as a heel. Everyone and their dog, including myself, thought that Jade Cargill would most likely come into WWE as a heel. That wasn't the case. They went complete opposite, and now we see how that is turned out. Pretty well, right? So have Jade Cargill be the heel. So set it up as Jade Cargill blames Bianca Belair for losing them the championships. A slow burn, if you will, right? There's a little bit of friction, maybe. However you want to do it, you can do it like that. But 3 goes into 2, and now we're going to number 1, right? What is the number 1 mistake that WWE must avoid making with Jade Cargill? All right, brace yourselves. I don't think they need to make her WWE Women's Champion within the next calendar year. I know. So here's my rationale. When she first signed with WWE, I tried to advocate as much as freaking possible. Whatever you do, whether you go to NXT, whether you send her to the main roster on Raw or SmackDown, do not put this woman as a main eventer right away. Do not try to expose her when she is trying to get used to the WWE system, which is quite daunting to undertake, right? But more importantly, don't put her in a spot where it is coming across as you're shoving her down fans' throats. Now, I understand a lot of you may think that they're already doing that, and they have been doing that since she signed with the company last year. I disagree. I think they're taking their time with her. I think they're being very careful with her. And I think they are strongly pushing her, but not force-feeding us Jade Cargill. And that will be decisive and debatable down in the comments area below. I understand that. But that's just my personal take on that. So, to recap, Jade Cargill, do not have her get pinned when her and Bianca Belair drop the women's tag team titles. Number 2, make Jade Cargill the heel in a feud with Bianca Belair. She's a natural babyface, that is Bianca Belair. And at number 1, do not make her a women's world champion within the next calendar year. Will she be a future women's world champion or a women's champion in the near future? Yes, but there's a way to do it. Just like with everything in life, there's a way to do things, there's a way not to do things. And with Jade Cargill, with someone who is that special, you have to be very, very careful with how you do things with her, why you do things with her, how you do things. Everything's important. It's all in the details, folks. Pay attention, notice it, get better at it, and that is where we will take it from there. Now, if you haven't noticed by now, Jade Cargill is doing some excellent things. So we will see how she goes in the future. Now, before I get out of here, y'all, make sure to join the army, the WrestleSTAR community, the fam, if you will. A lot of people I've been noticing, and I'm very grateful, y'all are starting to hit that notification bell so you are notified every single time we upload new wrestling content here to the channel. Please continue to do that. Join in the wave of support for this channel. I greatly appreciate it. Also, we got some great links down in the comments here below to our social, as well as some merch. And if you're in the mood for some WWE Shop affiliates, well, I got you covered down there with some great promo codes. And I will see y'all in the next video.